Right.
And it's easier to blame.
Yeah.
It's easier to feel anger. It's not
But
easier. It's more
feel anger for
comfortable
feel anger for what? I mean, they may not have.
because my dad is a talented person,
He's a what?
and my mom is talented too, and my family is talented, but we're not where we.
Let me bounce it back for the artist because they couldn't hear you. So I'm talking to Jessica. Jessica is 29. She's 5'7", 240 pounds, and she said she don't want to go into 30 this weight. She said she likes to be married. And I asked her a little bit about her family. You know, her parent, mother and father are married. They're both large people. She has siblings. Most of them are large. She was homeschooled. My point ultimately was this. She didn't go to college. And my point ultimately was after you left the mother and father's house at 18 years old, whatever age you stopped being homeschooled, you've had at least 10 years to get out from under your parents' way of looking at things, and you've seen the world. And I asked the question, what have you done from the time you not homeschooled to now to get the weight under control? And the answer was not much. My follow-up question is this. You said this has been a recent movement, right?
Yes.
Okay. What made you decide to start looking at this now?
I wasn't happy, or I wasn't fulfilled, and I just realized how many things were landing on each other, overlapped each other.
Have you
Like
ever
I
had a
wasn't.
long-term relationship?
No, no, no.
Are you a virgin?
No, I waited a long time, but not no, not anymore.
Okay, so you waited a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the longest relationship you ever had with a man?
It was it was a month. I just really didn't like. Have you
Okay.
ever heard? There was this song by Mary
No,
J.
no, no,
Blige, and she
no,
was
no, no,
talking
no, no,
about
no, no,
how she
no,
was a
no,
mess,
no,
and
no,
I
no,
did
no,
not
no,
want to
no,
go
no,
there
no, 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 no.
with anybody.
Listen.
If it was just because.
Okay, you're not listening. I need you to listen to me. Um, you've been in a relationship a month with a man, and you're almost 30. Um, I need you to unmute yourself, but I can't have when I start speaking. I need you to go ahead and just let me talk because
Okay.
okay, your mother and father are married. What is your father? Does your father want you to get married?
They haven't expressed anything about it. No.
Do you? How many siblings do you have?
I have 4.
All women, all girls.
No. Two are boys, 2
Okay.
girls.
Okay. And you're the oldest, right?
Yes.
Are the two girls? Are they still in school, or are they? They over
No.
18?
They're all over 18. Yes.
Okay. And are they overweight too?
Yes.
And are they all single?
No,
Unmarried?
not one of them. One's married.
Okay. So what I'm not understanding here is if she could get married. I was going to ask you is how's your father helping you with this? Because it's really unusual to hear a woman your age that's only had a 1 month relationship. But when we were talking about it, I can tell you your social skills need work.
Okay.
And that is not uncommon for people who are homeschooled.
Agreed.
So you didn't go to college.
No.
So what'd you do from the time you 18 to now?
I worked. I worked. And
Where?
I didn't go to college because I thought what I wanted to do didn't require college.
What
So
you work doing what? What's your profession?
I'm I'm a manager at a fast food place.
Okay.
Don't okay. I know it's a bad all the way around. I get that. I'm just trying to figure out how to go from here. It's not that I don't understand what you're saying. It's hard to even face it sometimes. I know where I am. I know that I'm completely not where I should be. I'm
Well,
trying
where
to
should you be?
figure out. I should at least be in a place where I'm able to say yes and no to certain things. Right now I'm in a place of where I'm always.
Do you live in your own place?
I live with my sister. We live together. It's a mutual thing. It's not like we're like I live with my
How
sister.
much are you making annually?
25.
Okay. And what city you live in?
Baton Rouge.
Okay.
That's a lot of information.
Well, you ain't
I
paying
don't have
me.
nobody
You ain't
dropping
paying me.
it.
Here's the thing. You ain't paying me. You're welcome to go to my website and pay $949 for an hour, but you can't afford that.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
I mean, you want me
I
to? You called in, so you wanted me. See, I don't understand you folks who call in and say you want some help and you ain't paying for it, and I need to.
No, that's not it. It's I don't like giving out a lot of
Well,
personal information. That's all.
then why would you call
No, I
into a
mean
public? See, this is
we're
this is what I
talking
mean,
on
man.
the.
This is what I mean, Jessica. Let me be honest with you. Don't nobody care about you down the Baton Rouge. Don't nobody know you. I don't have your number. You're just a
Okay,
voice on the phone.
got you. I
But
got
what I
you.
said, your social skills are lacking. Even people, when the sound was off, could hear that something was going amiss. And what I'm trying to understand is, man, if you're 5'7", 240 pounds, and a fast
Mhm.
food manager at 20, going on 30 years old, you got a
Mhm.
lot of problems. You can't even
I
take care of
get
your,
that.
you can't even take care of yourself, and
I
that's
get
going to
that.
be what it's going to have to be if you don't get with a man. And what's going to be problematic with a man outside of your height and weight is your lack of social grace.
Mm. Okay.
Because if you think the questions I'm asking, why would if somebody wanted to date you, don't you think some grown person is gonna say, "Hey," they're gonna ask you your age. If they meet you at a convenience store, they're gonna ask you what you do, and from that
Yes.
point, they're gonna ascertain how much you make. That's why you didn't want to say you worked at fast food because we all know that that's not
Right.
a. So my thing is
Right.
this: why do you can't
Why
live?
what?
You can't. Why such uh, you're chuckling and stuff, and I'm like, was this funny? I don't.
No,
I don't think it's.
I'm
I don't think it's funny,
I'm
man. I'm tell
trying
you why. I
not
don't.
to
I'm tell you why I don't think.
cry on
I'm
the
tell you why I
thing.
don't think it's
See,
funny. I don't think it's funny because.
I don't think it's funny.
Okay,
I'm trying not
listen.
to cry. That's
What?
all.
What? Try
I'm
not to
trying
cry.
not to cry.
Oh,
That's
cry.
all.
Okay, well, crying is there for a reason. But
Right.
ma'am, you got to do something. You don't have any. Okay, when somebody looks at a woman who's your height and your weight and
Hmm.
your education, it just looks like unmotivated,
Right.
unmoored, and
Right.
that's not attractive to a man unless you are just fall out fine. So I said earlier, what's keeping you from getting your dropping 100 pounds? Because that's what it's going to take.
I understand that. It was really just.
And for the people in
Mm,
the audience, there's no medical underlying medical condition. There's no Graves' disease or nothing. This is a matter of I said it. You were raised like an average black person, and I got pushed back, and then it turned out to be she's raised like the average black person from a big
right.
family. You know good and well you weigh too much,
Right. I
and
do.
you, and so it does not take a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist to know you need to go to a gym and
I know.
whatever your needs are and everything else. I don't. There's still ways to get it done.
Right.
Why not do that?
I am. I have been working out. It's just I know that it's gonna take an extreme push. I was
Go ahead. How many days a week are you working out?
3 or so, whatever I don't work.
Well, it can't be 3. You need to be in there 6.
Right.
See, this is why I feel for so many of you young women. You're not under your father sounds like he failed you. I'll just be straight up. He's failed you, allowing you to be the height and weight you are with your you're not prepared for the world. So, but his work ended whether he did a good job or not. I'm going to say he probably did the best that he could, but that does not mean it's your responsibility to do something. After
Right.
age 18, you're an adult.
Yes.
So
It just took a long time for me to realize that I couldn't blame them
you couldn't what?
for where I was.
You couldn't do what?
It took a long time for me. It took a long time for me to realize I couldn't blame my parents
Right.
for where I was.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's and it's easier to blame.
Yeah.
It's easier to feel anger. It's not
But
easier. It's more
feel anger for
comfortable
feel anger for what? I mean, they may not have.
because my dad is a talented person
He's a what?
and my mom is talented too, and my family is talented, but we're not where we should be.
Whoa,
We all
whoa,
have
whoa.
very natural talents,
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa, whoa.
we
Hold,
haven't
hold, hold,
been.
whoa, whoa. But hold on. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes.
Yeah, I understand. It it was a lot of things that like I
Hold
know I
on.
didn't
Hold
have a
on.
very
Hold on.
bad
Hold.
life.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Your father married your mother, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
how long have they been married?
it's gonna be 30 years
All right.
this month.
Well, even though he may not have been, when I say he failed you, I said allowing you to get to the height and weight you are. But it sounds like he
It
married your. Hold on, because when you say judge them, um, he's talented, your mom is talented, everybody's talented, and you should be better off. See, this is the problem with you millennials in this Instagram generation. Looking at Instagram, comparing. Who are you comparing your family to?
I'm not comparing them. I
Well, you
know
said
what
we're not
they're.
where we should be. Who? Where's that? What does that mean? You're in one of the poorest
I
states.
just what
Listen,
I mean.
listen.
You asked me a question, sir.
No, you
You asked.
listen. All right, you're in Louisiana.
Hmm.
Your parents, your family, your father and mother had a responsibility to make sure you were fed, protected, secure, and educated. Did they do
Right.
that?
Yes,
Then they did their job.
I get that. Yeah, I get
So
that.
when I say he failed you is to allow you to get to be the height and weight you are and not let you know that baby girl, you ain't that's only you can't be that size and get a man. That's what I'm talking about. But mama got her man. Sis got her man. At the end of the day, what I'm hearing is a lot of outward stuff, and I'm not hearing a lot of stuff that you're doing. I don't care how broke you are. Though you can go to you can go to Planet Fitness for $10 a month. Yes.
Yes.
All right, then why are you only in there 3 days a week,
Uh, I was only doing it when I'm off. Only doing
ma'am?
working out
I
when I'm
don't
off.
want to hear that BS. I'm quite sure I work more than you, and I'm in the gym. See, you got a problem, your weight. And the solution is simple: work out, drink water, eat more healthy. And you got to go do that. But every time I ask you, why aren't you in there more? There's a reason. There is no magic bullet. There's no magic pill.
I got that.
But what it sounds to me is though you really lack the motivation to do what's necessary to get the outcome it is you say you want. But that's no one's problem but yours. That's not your parents' problem.
Right.
But
I
let's say the other side. Let's say this continues to go down this way. What does life look like
No,
for?
it's not. It's not. I've been no.
Okay.
I've lost weight and I'm keep going. I'm not doing
How
this.
much weight have you lost?
I've lost 20 pounds
In what time frame?
in a couple of months.
Okay. And what's your goal weight?
Um, I don't know. It's gonna be around 160.
It's still too much weight.
I'm not excusing myself, but I don't my my body carries weight a certain way. And
Ma'am,
I
ma'am,
don't look
ma'am, ma'am,
I no
ma'am,
wait, no
ma'am,
look,
ma'am,
I don't
ma'am,
I think less than 160
ma'am.
is gonna be under 160.
No. See, I want people in the chat room. This is someone coming to an image consultant telling, yeah, 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 but the way my body is set up. No. You're human. But the reason I muted her is because this is an issue in the black community. You have women who have allowed themselves to get into the size they are, and then when someone tells you that you need to be at a normal weight, She resists. This is why I'm not, I'm trying to be as easy as I can, man, but 160 is still too much. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up because I don't know how you what you want me to do to assist you. Sounds like you know everything you need to do, but I'll be honest. To,
I
to
was
me,
really asking.
to me,
I
ma'am,
was just.
to me, ma'am, it does
Mhm.
not sound like you're really ready to do the work. You're ready to do what you want to do, but you're not ready to do what
Okay.
you have to do. And if you don't do what
Okay.
you have to do, if you lost 20 pounds in 2 months, okay, and if you've been a large girl since you were in high school or
Yes, I
high
feel.
school
Yeah.
age, that means the majority of your life you've been unhealthy. That means even when you get down to 160 pounds, the likelihood of you staying at that weight is it's not very likely. Fluctuate. Problem with weight over and over and over. And then once you get down to 160, then what? There's still people skills and stuff that needs to be done. I mean, one of your biggest problems is you don't make enough money to do anything. Because I would say, have you talked to a
Hmm.
therapist or a counselor or somebody? Because there are things going on with you, man, that I'm not qualified to diagnose, but I know it when I hear it. But at making 12.50 an hour, um, this is not going to end well. And I'm from Oklahoma, where I see a lot of this. And you're 29 right now. It's going to really be tight when you're doing this at 45. I've seen it all the time growing up, and I can understand the feelings and everything. But I have to be honest with you and tell you, I hear it, but you need to turn those tears into motivation to get yourself in the gym 6 days a week and get on a healthy lifestyle and to get and go talk to whoever I don't know, government assistance state program, uh, whatever company you work for, they got an employee assistance line. You need to go talk to somebody because you're living below, I mean, almost at the poverty line. And the people I talked with and typically over here are way on the other side. So I'm trying to give you what I can give you, but you got to increase your income to be able to take care of yourself. Because if all this comes down to, trying to, a man who want to get married,
This really was what it was about.
well, what is it?
I'm just trying to present myself in the world the way I want to be.
Well,
That was about that too, but that's a part of it.
okay.
It was the whole thing. But I appreciate your truthfulness.
Well,
I do.
presenting yourself to the world, but you also got to be realistic with where you're at.
Yes.
And presenting yourself to the world is a hell of a lot easier when you start doing the work. See, like I said at the beginning of our call, I'm not hearing the desire to really do it.
Yeah, I've always had motivational problems.
Well, and unfortunately, that it shows itself in a person's weight. That's one of the first things I said when I was talking to people. What folks associate with this shows up in the weight, and um, unfortunately, especially our black women, that leads to a life of being basically a spinster, a childless woman, and and my aunts were like that. You don't want to go through life like that. But I wish you all the best. I do.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, guys. See, I don't know why I cut so much in the car. Let me tell you something. Why tears don't affect me. I mean, I can hear them, but I can't. What are you crying? What are we crying for? I got to be real. What are we crying for? Cry, then what? There has to be some more what. And far too often, especially in the black community, we've stopped at the oh, this hurts. No, I look at what's going to go on down the line. If you don't get, so many of our women are in this position. 80% of black women are overweight. 80% of those are obese. Let me see. I want to hear from the ladies. This is about overvaluing themselves. Ladies overvaluing themselves or trying to figure out where they rank in five, six, and sevens. Katrina, what's going on? This is wrong. Well, goodbye, Mel. Somebody get Mel out of here. Yes, Katrina. Let me go ahead and get you up out of here. Dude. He has no right to tell a woman what he just told you. Yeah, sure I do. And you have no right to be in my chat room. Don't come back. People like Mel are your enemy, ladies. That's I want to. I'm go ahead and I want to go ahead. People like Mel are your enemy. People who just want to tell you it's okay, everything will be all right. Pray it away. God got a plan for you. Blah blah blah. On this, other than when you recognize you're dealing with an image consultant who's not going to allow you to tell me that 160 pounds is a good weight on a woman at your body weight. No, that just shows how far we've gone as people. No, and unfortunately, there's is an enabler. And I like to point people like that out. Mel, ladies, you need to run from men like that. You need to run from guys like that. They're the reason, they're enabling you to stay stuck. Guys like that, if that's a man, it's guys like that who want to keep you in an unhealthy position so they can take advantage of you. More likely than not. Let her stay in a position where she feels vulnerable. So he ain't got to do nothing. So no. That's why I make it very clear. I only want to deal with high value men over here because high value men move in a completely different way than dusty minded men. I said this last night in my group, and I'm going to share it here. Look to your left, ladies. Look to your left. Look to your right. If you don't see men dressed like men, standing like men, speaking like men, acting like men, FBI women should exit stage left. This includes your most liked or preferred establishments. Ladies, CIA men are your best barometer of any environment. So if you hear a bunch of men telling you, go ahead, dream your dream, sis, manifest your this and that, da 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 da. Yeah, you choose to stay there if you want to. I don't know what that is. And if it's a woman, if Mel was a guy, it's one thing. But it's even worse if it's a woman. If Mel is a woman, it's even worse. I'll tell you why. Because she should know better. Women should care more. Women typically got each other's back. But see, misery loves company. And I guarantee you, Mel, if it was a woman, and a woman is wearing a size 2 or a size 4, she's probably wearing a size 24. Run from these people. Black folk, black women, you need to start calling out the people that keep you stuck. Not the men, you need to start calling out the women that keep you stuck.